Umpire Hockey holds the ball off for the start of the preliminary final between Werribee Central and Thomson. It'll be Thomson to the southern or Buckley's end in the first term. Umpire Hockey throws the ball for Chris Smith and Justin. JJ gets the first tap down towards Timmy Gardner. He's ripped off the football, coming through, slick handball, back towards JJ, gets it out towards Bradley, left it behind, Gardner comes in, rides the bump Page and can get the first effective kick. It's a torpedo to centre half forward, 1-on-1, Calvert up against Oakley. Oakley's there, tried to get the handball away, didn't go very far. Heath Buck, handball to a call from Calvert, tried to pick it up on the half volley, couldn't do so. Atchison through the middle, gets a high tackle, and will take the first free kick of the preliminary final at half back. Plays on quickly, gives it around to Christian Hyland running behind him. He runs from half back towards centre wing, kicks it out wide. The lead's on from the Morrison boys, getting their first lead. Dale's also there. Thwaites knocks it over the boundary line, and it will be a throw in on centre wing on the members' side of the ground. So
interesting part, the last two games, the side kicking to the southern end first quarter have done very well. Thomson kicking that way in the first quarter.
Boundary throw in now. Smith in front, JJ from behind, gets it towards the Nick Smith. Handball back to Chris, who runs away, goes with a right foot kick towards centre half forward. Lead on, Luddick's there. Handball quickly across half forward towards Buck. Got to push after he got the kick away. Matheson's there, left it behind. Atchison's there also. Matheson worked back. Kick off the ground by Stein, goes back. In fact, it was Armstrong, goes to Buck, and then he goes wide. Play on Page from 35 metres out. Can he put the first goal on the board? Yes, he can. Good kick, Adam Page. 2 kicks in the first couple of minutes for him, and he puts the first score on the board of the preliminary final. 1 straight goal. Werribee Central's Thomson yet to score. Victory Trophy's first score to scoreboard. A minute and a half played.
As you'd expect, Laurie, it's a fairly frenetic pace early.
Yeah, certainly, Eric, and there was a good 1-2 from the Smith brothers, Nick to
Yes.
Chris. The only thing that fell down there was a Heath Buck poor kick, and
the idea was fine, and it came off at the finish.
It came off in the finish, yes. But the intensity at the ball's definitely there. This is going to be a fantastic game.
Umpire Chaston with the footy in the middle. Up it goes. Smith gets the tap clear of Justin there, only as far as Christian Hyland, gets a handball to Gardner, handball to Paddy Burns. Burns gets the kick to centre half forward. Coming across, excellent mark. Lee Morrison ran on, gets the kick towards full forward. It's too far for Cowans. It's running. Oh, well, they've kept it in play. The Thomson boys through Terry Nankervis. Cowan runs back on it. Now the Werribee players throw it toward the boundary, and no free kick. So Roland Beck a bit fortunate there. I think I saw the free kick paid in the reserves for the first time for the year, deliberately putting the ball out of bounds, and that was fairly deliberate on that occasion. Umpire Hockey didn't deem it such, and 5 minutes from the behind post. 2.5 minutes gone, a goal to Werribee, ball deep in the attacking area for Thomson. Oh, it comes off hands. Was that Wolfenden?
Yep.
Wolfenden grabbed the crumbs and put it on the foot, and that's the first goal for Thomson. Great roving Craig Wolfenden. Victory Trophy scoreboard. 1 goal Thomson, 1 goal Werribee Central's 3 minutes first quarter.
Yeah, fantastic start of the game, Eric. There was just one thing I just picked up there then when that throw in there, JJ left himself 30 metres off the ball, and I think that's a good tactic. You don't want everyone there to get the ball. The team that can think it out today is going to win this game, and that's good thinking. Didn't come to him, but it's good thinking to get out there.
Well, there's going to be some engrossing matchups this afternoon. One of them in the middle, Pat Burns right next to Jason Pastuka, and he'll run with him as he did last week with Ricky O'Toole. Umpire Wilson has the football back in the middle. It'll be Justin and Smith. They'll do the ruck work. Umpire throws the ball up. JJ gets it down towards Gardner. Gets it back to Burns. Gets it to Hyland. We've heard that a few times already in the finals. Peacock gives it back to Hyland. He goes wide looking for Bradley. Gets it on the half volley. Goes right, then left, comes back right. Kick smothered. Great smothered too by Rester. Can he pick it up? Ball wobbling in front of him. Good tackle by Bradley. Did well. Then gets back. Burns there in support as well. And for Stuka. They fight hard for it. Pretty close to the boundary line. Burns wants to see it over. The umpire will come in just as Sam Rester was about to run away. And it will be a ball up.
Just what you're saying, Laurie. Andrew Howlett, 100 metres from probably centre half forward position, so he perhaps gets sucked into the game a little.
Ball up. Calvert in the end took it out, goes towards Musara and also Oakley, pretty close to the boundary line, and the umpire will throw it in on centre wing.
Matty Hallam on Dale Menzies on half-back flank. That's an interesting
yeah, that's probably a good tactic by Werribee though, Eric.
Well, Dale was very, very good last week.
Yeah, it certainly was.
Throw in over. The ruck contest goes to the back of the pack. Bradley's there. Stein also goes to JJ in the end. Kicks high into the air, in towards the middle of the ground. Dale Morrison has to stand his ground. Lee is there also on the cricket pitch area. Tries to ride the bump. Gets held onto. No free kick. Handball, Rester. Goes to a standing start, Thwaites. Woofenden off the ground. Could be okay towards Morrison again. Lee. He gets pushed off the ball by Hallam, but he leaves it. He kept his feet. Did Lee Morrison. Left foot kick. Scrub kick towards Menzies, but it's okay. Can he get the handball over top? Yes, he can. Nankervis back to Menzies. They work the 1-2. He handballs to Cowan. Plugger off a step. Can he kick the goal? No, he can't.
Yeah,
one behind.
Good build-up, though.
And they go to 1-1-7 Thomson. And they lead now. Werribee Central's one straight goal, 6 points.
Poor old Matty Hallam was under a bit of siege there. Where are they coming from?
I'll tell you what, even already there's a lot more intensity in the Werribee defence than what there was last week.
Been playing 5.5 minutes, first term, and a point the difference to Thomson.
Roland Beck doing the kicking in for Werribee Centrals. Goes wide to half-back flank, a half-distance kick, but Chris Smith led there. He's 10 metres ahead of JJ, and Chris Smith takes the mark. Oh, shocking kick. It's landed in the arms of Cowans, couldn't control it. Play on, said the umpire. Ball comes to ground. JJ picks it up, tries to get a handball to Chris Hyland. He kicks it off the ground. Then follows up and gets the handball back. Well, almost a trip, not paid. Coming Bernardo runs onto the footy for Werribee Centrals, and he's forced to the boundary by Lee Morrison. Gets a handball clear to Page, and here go Werribee to centre wing. Gann tries to effect the spoil there, runs back toward the footy. G players are running pretty hard at the footy, and picked up by Aitchison. Tries to get a handball clear. Stein gets it over to Armstrong. And a series of handballs for the Thomson side. Get it back to Timmy Gardner. Another one to Stein. Finally gets the foot to footy. Goes towards half forward. In front there, Cowans. Can't take the mark. Comes clear to Hallam. His tackle as he kicks the ball. Goes wide to Page, who's on his own again. He's had a few possessions already. He's looked for the boundary because in the way there was Christian Highland has found it. 6.5 quarter, a goal apiece on the Victory Trophy scoreboard.
They're certainly both switched on for this game, Eric, and they're at the end of this game, it's into the grand finals.
Boundary throw in at the foot of it. Stein tried to get it out. Pack develops around, and the umpire will have to come in and ball it up. About 55 metres out from Thomson's goal, kicking to the southern end in this first term. 1-1 playing one straight. Thomson in front by that solitary behind. And it'll be a ruck contest between Justin and Smith. Smith goes early, goes towards the side of the pack again, tapped on, back towards Timmy Gardner. He taps it on towards Highland, and Smith also in there. That's Chris Smith. Page again tried to kick off the ground. Stein on hands and knees as well again. He tried to paddle it on. Pack develops around him again, but breaking free again. Highland goes well towards half forward. Kick though chopped off. And taking it is Adrian Bernardo on defensive 50 on the outer side, half back flank. Wants to drive it back towards centre wing. It's a good kick, but in chopping it off, JJ gets a hand to it. Good second effort by him. He dropped the mark, gave it to Bradley. Oh, he had it and lost it. Now for Stuka. He's in trouble as well, but Lux of Fortune, Calvert, his handball partly smothered by Atchison on the cricket pitch area. Needs some support, holds it up, could be holding the ball. Umpire said yes. Didn't have any support around him, and Werribee Central will take the free kick through Heath Buck.
There was a little bit of pressure in there, Eric. They couldn't get the handballs to find the targets, but it wasn't because of the sloppy handball. Well, it was just because of
the other thing. Aitchison really had no one to give it to, so really had to give the free kick away.
Buck goes towards half forward, looking for Howlett over his head. Now foot race. Calvert gets back there as well, and also Hawks. Hawks kick around the corner towards Matheson and punched away. Well, that's nearly a hold. That's nearly a mark. Anyway, it's a hold, said the umpire, and it will be David Matheson in the right forward pocket. He's a left footer, so he's on the good side for a left footer, and we've seen a few goals kicked from that pocket, both last weekend and the weekend before. We saw a couple in the reserves as well.
Pretty good call there from the umpire. Grabbed him as he went down.
Matheson off a couple of steps. Has kicked it good for distance, but I think he might have just pushed it to the near side for one behind. He has. So the first behind on the board for Werribee Centrals. And they tie things up here in the preliminary final. 1-1-7 apiece. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 9 minutes played.
Savali Armstrong for Thomson going to recover the footy, and I'm sure he will be doing the kicking in. Werribee adopting a zone defence, certainly. They've gone pretty wide. Now Armstrong prepares for the kick in. He's got Aitchison back in the centre if he can kick it that far.
Yeah, well,
he certainly can kick it that far. There's Aitchison, led to the centre, a magnificent kick, and he's found Aitchison. Perfect kick, perfect mark, plays on quickly. Handball to Paddy Burns, who's running. And handball to Gardner. Gardner goes to centre half forward. In front there, unable to take the mark as Morrison comes to ground. Hallam leads in the race for the footy, picks it up, looks for the safety of the boundary, but he's kicked it inboard to some degree, and Goody cannot control it off his hands. In front of our broadcast position, the ball is out of bounds. 9.5 minutes gone. First quarter, boundary umpire recovers the footy, and we'll put it back into play. 1-1 apiece. Ball about to come into play. Big pack of players in front of our broadcast position here. JJ and Smith over their head. Jason Pastuca gets it down to Timmy Gardner. Gardner, a handball over the top for Morrison. Held without it, play on to the umpire. Kick off the ground by the Werribee side. Again finds the safety of the boundary. This time they've gained 20 metres and almost in front of the social club here at St Albans Reserve. 10 minutes first quarter. 1-1 apiece. Boundary umpire again to put the ball in. Timmy Gardner running with Nick Smith there. Yeah, up high, Chris Smith. Well, the umpire whistle on play, and it's a ruck infringement to Chris Smith against JJ. Over the shoulder was the indication from the umpire, and Chris Smith will drive the ball to centre half forward. Good kick. Up high there, unable to take the mark was Bradley. Ball comes to ground. Christian Highland receives a handball, goes wide to centre wing. That's a good mark there by Bradley. Plays on quickly now. Drives the ball to the lead of Nankervis in the forward line for Thomson. 3-2 against Thomson. But, the bounce of the ball favoured Dale Menzies. He's kicked off the ground toward Dale Morrison, but picked up by Bernardo. Long handball to Roland Beck. Beck of Werribee now. Runs to the 50-metre square. Drives it across the centre. And leading in the race for the mark is Hawks of Werribee. Takes it on his chest.
Still in the middle of the centre square now for Werribee. Tries to drive it towards half forward. Getting back there, Calvert can take the mark uncontested. Oakley stands the mark now. Simon Calvert at half forward. Matheson back in the square against Nick Maharis.
Bit too far, I think, Eric.
We can kick a footy.
Simon Calvert, the lead's on from Luddick. He puts it out in front of him now. He just slips and a good punch away Maharis, but the numbers there with Werribee, Page, but they leave it behind. Stein gives it away quickly to Armstrong. Kick over the top towards Mick Gann, takes the mark at half back, so they're out of trouble for the time being. Thomson, he had Dale Morrison leading for him in the middle. He elected to hold the ball up.
He's got nothing to kick there, really.
No, he hasn't now. He's just got to really hold up. A long lead from Lee Morrison. He might go in that direction on centre wing. He just pops it over the top now, though. Lead came from Stein from half back, and he can run. He's got a bit of space on centre wing. Goes to the right boot towards centre half forward. Nankervis up against Hallam, who takes a good, strong mark. The skipper of the team at centre half back to relieve the pressure for the Centurions. He goes towards centre half forward. Best way home at St Albans. He goes towards Calvert. Did he give a push? No, said the umpire. It's a mark. Oakley looking for the push. Now Calvert. The lead's on. Short little kick's okay. And filling the hole, Heath Buck. He plays on quickly. Wants to get it moving towards Luddick in the pocket, but I think it might be too far for him. It is. It's just out of bounds. Not on the full. It's just bounced in the field of play, and it will be a boundary thrown in the right forward pocket. It's 1-1-7 apiece, Werribee Centrals and Thomson. We've been playing 12 and a half minutes.
Thomson defence just forced Heath Buck a little wide there, Laurie. I thought could have gone more direct.
Yeah, I think he was just a little bit, probably the wrong option there, Eric. He probably should have straightened out and kicked it. It was, I think, Matheson in the goal square. I think that's where you've got to go. You've got to try and get into the square.
Well, from the throw in there, came off the hands of Andrew Howlett to Nick Smith. He had a pot shot over the left shoulder, but he's put it out of bounds adjacent to the behind post, outer side here at St Albans. Ball coming in once again. 13 minutes gone. Comes down. Howlett doing the ruck work. Gets a handball clear to Page. Page's his shot was smothered off the boot, and as Christian Highland kicks it off the ground, and has found the safety of the boundary. Werribee players appealing there for out in the full, but as far as I was concerned, it was all the way along the ground, and they've gained 20 or 30 metres, the Thomson side. Half-back flank, out of bounds, in it comes. Peacock doing the ruck work, gets it down to Gann. He's found a handball to Stein. He's found another handball to Highland, who's running, and Highland has a bounce now. Nobody chasing, has plenty of time to kick to the lead in the centre, and it's Wolfenden once again. He's taken the mark, plays on quickly, changes the direction of play to the other wing. Mark to Nankervis, not paid. Picked up there by Roland Beck. Has nobody really to kick the footy to, so looks for the safety of the boundary, and Rester leads in the race for it, but off his hands the ball is out of bounds, centre wing. 14 minutes first quarter, 1 goal, 1 apiece on the Victory Trophy scoreboard.
Smith coming across with Justin to the ruck work on centre wing. Umpire throws it in. Smith, and nobody gets an effective tap. Falls it back towards Hawks and for Stuka. They raffle it. Hawks wins it, goes towards half forward. Howlett just waited for the bounce of the ball. So did Peacock. Can go wide with a handball to Bradley. He's got Highland further afield short if he wanted it. Probably should have gone there in the end, but it might come off. Goes towards half forward. Hallam gives it to Hawks. Had it and lost it. He's on hands and knees. Shuffles it only as far as Wolfenden. He had it and lost it. The pressure's there. And the umpire will come in and bounce the ball at half forward. Lots of pressure, Laurie.
A lot of pressure there, Jason. I was just thinking you've got to watch the ball, Hawksy.
The other thing too is I think Christian Highland suggesting further up the field that they should have a good look. He was on his own.
Yeah, look, I think there's a bit more urgency in Werribee's game though, Eric. Some of their better players are getting a few touches.
Smith, the Hawks, there's two important ones. Goes towards half forward, over the head of Calvert and Oakley. Luddick on hands and knees. He tried to shuffle it on, held to him by Armstrong. Umpire will come in and ball it up. And tell you what, Umpire Wilson's a bit of a talker too. He was out there telling the boys to settle down. He's
I think
controlling play well.
That's great if the umpires talk to players. They understand what's going on.
Yep. Ball up again. JJ's going to be favoured here. Handball back to Highland. Oh, had to go back on his right foot, so he's under pressure. Kick smothered. Highland off the ground into a bit of a dust bowl. Goes back towards Chris Smith. Can run away from JJ. Gets around on his right boot and go long. The lead on, but Mahara's coming out. Got his name written on it. He comes from behind. Great play. Nick Mahara's backed himself. Can run into the middle. JJ's there again. The big man on the cricket pitch area takes the mark. Puts the big arms up. Hawks against him. Wants to move it on quickly. He's got Jason Stein. Oh, terrible kick. Goes towards Stein. He's good enough to get it. Can handball it to Wolfen or Highland running past. Highland through the middle. Right foot kick long. Going for goal in the end. Cowan ran out. Oh, it doesn't bounce well though. Bounces back in the arms of Paul Hart. And he's going to be able to break free for Werribee. Go wide looking for Adam Page. Doesn't sit for him either. Lee Morrison across there. Bumped off the ball. Page is there again. And from half back goes towards centre wing looking for Chris Smith. He might have put it too far out. No, it's still in play. Atchison comes across and sees it over the boundary line for Thomson on centre wing. On the outer side. Still 1-1-7 apiece. Both sides working hard to try and get another score. We've been playing 16 minutes in the first term.
After about 5 games in the finals, we might get a close one. Out of bounds, centre wing. Comes in. JJ just ahead there of Nick Smith. Comes to the back of the pack. Paddy Burns just pushes it backwards, but the first player onto it's Massara. Picks it up for Werribee. Goes towards half forward. Great mark. Sabali Armstrong climbed high into the air and took it one grab. Now called a play on by the umpire. Goes to the centre. The lead there is from... great mark, Aaron Bradley, and diving into the cricket pitch area onto the loam has taken a lovely chest mark. Sees a player calling from behind it. Sabali Armstrong, who's run on, takes the handball. Lovely looking pass, and he's found Lee Morrison just outside 50. Off one step, the lead is from Cowan. Plugger can't take the mark, comes to ground. Almins, he can't quite get there, and Bernardo kicks it off the ground looking for the safety of the boundary, and he's done just that. Found the boundary line, 35 metres from the behind post. Deep in the attacking area now for Thomson. Looks like, there's a mismatch. Wolfen doing the ruck work with Hallam. Neither player really gets it clear. Hawks tries to grab it. Pulled back in by Wolfen, and umpire Hockey will move in and take possession. Still 25 metres from the goal square. We'll have the ball thrown in the air. 17 minutes gone. 1 goal, 1 apiece. Victory Trophy scoreboard in the first quarter.
I'm just thinking, good thinking, Luke Luddy. You don't let Sabali Armstrong get within 50 of the goals, do you?
No, too good a kick. Smith gets the tap down for Thomson. Picked up by Morrison. Kicks it clear. Picked up by Timmy Gardner. Nice little handball to Wolfen. Wolfen on the left foot drives towards the full forward position.
Great road.
Well, Hart went for the punch away. The man square in front was Terry Nankervis. Straight into his arms, ran into the goal square and kicked his first goal. Thomson second. 2 goals, 1-13. Thomson lead Werribee Central's 1-1-7 Victory Trophy scoreboard. 18 minutes first quarter.
Yeah, that was a great goal. That wasn't a great opportunist goal, and as you said, he was square in front of the footy. Just ran on it. That's bread and butter for those sort of blokes.
You wouldn't find two better sides with hands in close to each other, those two sides. How's some of the handballs?
And it hasn't all been displayed so far. It's just been
I think
sensational.
we're going to be in for one great game here today, and I don't. It's probably different than last Sunday's game. This time last Sunday he had 6 on the board.
Yeah, well, Chris Delaney looking to come on. It'll be interesting to see who comes off for the Werribee side.
Back in the middle, Smith and Justin go up. Smith, big, tap down, only as far as Mick Gann. He leaves it behind. Rester doesn't. His handball chopped off by Highland. Works very hard and breaks away. Runs through the middle, goes towards half forward. Morrison running back with a fly to the ball. Takes the mark. That's Lee. And he's at half forward now. Cowan. Dale gives him a short leg. Great kick. And Dale Morrison takes it easy. He's got Highland running on his outside, but he might be chopped off by Page. I think they're all telling Dale to settle down and have a shot for goal. He'll be kicking from just outside 50. It'll be a good kick for goal from there. He's got the art of a little bit of breeze, but not too much. Misara coming off, Delaney on for Werribee, as Dale Morrison will line up for goal. Pretty much in front. 50 metres out, right on the line. He goes now with the right boot. He's sprayed it a little bit. It hasn't made the distance. His brother puts his arms up and says thanks very much and takes the mark, brother Lee.
Yes, one grab, wasn't in the middle of the pack.
He'll be on the tightest of angles in the right forward pocket. He's a right footer, so it could be the banana, or as the South Australians call it, the check side. It'll be a good kick from there. But he's a bit enigmatic, isn't he? If anybody could kick it, him or Luke Luddick, I'd say. two blokes.
banana,
Oh, he's hit the
missed
post. He has hit the post.
It's a good try, though.
Yep. So they go to 2-2-14 now, Thomson. And Werribee Central's 1-1-7 Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 20 minutes played in the first term.
Laurie, a comment, Werribee, their desire to play Masara already been replaced by Delaney. A bit of a gamble, and maybe it's come unstuck.
Well, maybe it has, Eric, and maybe they just feel to give Chris a bit of a run into the ball. He doesn't look as if he's limping, but he might not be able to go. I was just wondering who was picking up Christian Highland.
Nobody.
They'll need somebody. Well, from the kick in, it came marked by Bradley on half forward. He's kicked it back to the head of the goal square. Terry Nankervis working hard at the drop of the footy. Picked up by Goody. He's gone on the left foot towards half back. It's all Thomson there. Bradley attacks the footy, picks it up, drives it back to the goal square again. Big pack of players there. Oh, Morrison up high. It's come to the front. Dale Menzies picks it up. Off one step goes bang, and he's kicked his first for the day, Dale Menzies. Another goal to Thomson. So the forward pressure on that occasion by the Thomson forwards has enabled the ball to stay in there. They've got the bonus with the goal. 3-2-20 Thomson. Lead Werribee Central's 1-1-7. Victory Trophy scoreboard, 21 minutes first quarter.
Yeah, look, they're very impressive on the
Just doing
forward
everything
line.
right, aren't they?
Well, they're running down in numbers, Jason, and they're making options there. And I mean, there was an option there before. You could have went to Christian Highland if you wanted to push it across, and the two Morrison boys are moving around. Exactly how you got to play forward football.
Back in the middle, umpire Hockey has the football. Biggest margin of the day. It is 14 points as Justin and Smith will do the ruck work. They go up, Smith goes early and gets it down for Stuka through the middle. Highland holding it up. I think Delaney's got the job on him now. And he holds him up on the cricket pitch area. The umpire will come in and have a secondary bounce in the middle.
Eric, Chris Smith's getting hand of the footy, but they're not getting it out.
No, well, this happened last week. I thought the ruck was probably won by Corio, but the small players for Thomson just so hard at the footy.
Smith, big thump away, straight to back Mick Gann, who thumped it 35 metres back towards half-back, but Stuka can't take it with him. Burns can. Looks for a handball backwards, gives it to Bradley, who's been in everything now. He has to get around a couple. He handballs it back to Burns. He can pop it up somehow over the top. Hallam running back with a fly to the footy. That's a great mark at half-back. And he takes it in front of Dale Menzies. So Matty Hallam will drive it towards centre wing. Good kick, Howlett. Looks positive towards the footy. Calvert in front got a hold, and we'll take a free kick on centre wing, and he's a little bit hurt, I think, too. Simon Calvert, the umpire calls time off, and he's holding his head.
He landed pretty heavily.
Yeah, he did.
I wonder if he bumped his head on the ground. I don't think there was anything in it. He actually went for the mark and maybe just got put off balance. That's why the free kick's been paid.
So the trainer's out with him on centre wing, so we've got a hold up here. And I think they'll ask maybe Jason Verstuga. Oh, no, he's up. He might. No, he won't. Jason Verstuga to take the free.
The trainer's going into the pocket there. They pull those smelling salts out and away you go.
Verstuga from centre wing drives it towards half forward. Howlett uses the body well. It's off hands. Back towards Luddick and Armstrong. The two number twos fight for it at half forward for Werribee. Handball slicked out to Nick Smith. He's good on the run too. Goes for goal. Oh, he's just pushed it to one side and one behind to him. So they go to 1-2-8 now, Werribee. And they trail Thomson. 3-3-21 Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 24 minutes as we see Simon Calvert replaced by David Kennedy.
That was a good build-up, Eric, though, and there's a positive attitude to go. Nick Smith went straight at the goals and had a go at them, but at least there was a positive attitude in it.
Well, there's a wonderful kick in from Armstrong. Oakley was outside 50, close to the boundary. Hit him right on the button, but a terrible kick there from Oakley. And intercepting there is Page. He's come from one side of the ground to the other, kicks it back into the centre corridor.
That's good vision.
A lovely kick. He's found Rester on the left foot. Well, that's not such a good kick, although he's found his mark. I thought Gann might have been going to intercept there. Was that Thwaites drifted down into the forward line?
I think it's Heath Buck.
Oh, it could be. He's taken a lovely chest mark, and I would suggest for Heath Buck, well within kicking distance. 23 and a half minutes gone. First quarter.
Sorry, Eric. I think Heath needs this one. I think his confidence has been down a little bit in the final series, and he's got his hand on the footy a little bit today, and if he can kick a major here, he'll get his confidence up.
Well, it comes in, good-looking kick off the boot, and I think it's, the Werribee players like it. Does the goal umpire? Yes, he does. So that's a goal to Heath Buck. And Werribee, 2-2-14, Werribee Centrals. So trail Thomson, 3-2-20. Victory Trophy scoreboard, 24 minutes gone now in the first quarter.
So back in the middle, Laurie, they just needed that, didn't they, as a steadier?
Yeah,
Werribee?
they certainly did, Jason. And their intensity of the footy's been good for this quarter. But you've got to get score on the board, and I think that was a pretty important goal for in the context
Looks
of the game.
like Stein's running with Page
Yep,
wherever he
they've
goes.
swapped wings. Bradley's on the other side now, on the outer side. Back in the middle, Smith gets it down towards Nick Smith. Ripped off the footy by Gardner. Goes to Highland again. Great handball to Stein. Handball to Sabali Armstrong running through the middle. Spud has to get back on the left and go towards centre half forward. Lead on from Nankervis against Beck. Oh, 2 grabs, 3 grabs. Pay the mark, umpire, and he does. Great mark. 55 out from Thompson's goal. Terry Nankervis takes a great grab. Pretty open. Plugger comes out at speed. It's bad kick for Stuka. Gets back there. Off hands. Burns is there. Can he kick a goal? Pat never kicks him. Yes, he does. Pat Burns.
Wonderful roving.
Has roved the ball beautifully and kicked another one. Pat Burns, I think he kicked one last week as well. And that is the 4th for Thomson. They go to 4-2-26. A quick reply for the Tigers. They lead Werribee Centrals 2-2-14. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 25 minutes played.
That was a classic, Laurie. Festuca took him to that play.
Exactly right, Eric, and I had a good view of that. I watched that closely. Jason Festuca was very keen to get in front of Mark Cowans, and he just left Burnsy trailing him in there, and the ball spewed out to Burnsy. And,
well, it was great discipline from Pat. He didn't want to go and contest the mark. Cowans was already in the pack. It came down, and beautiful roving.
Exactly, good football.
Back in the middle again, Smith, big punch down, this time to Delaney. He's ripped off the football. Handball back to Resta. Comes at it, handball back to Smith, standing start. Can he get around Bradley? Yes, he can. Arches it back, goes with the right foot kick, and it's to Page on the outer side, centre wing. He drives it towards half forward. Buck gives him a lead against Atchison. Can't take the mark. Off hands, goes towards Kennedy on the ground, and he will see it over the boundary line for a throw-in at half forward for the Centurions.
And Adam Page is fairly elusive out there today.
Yes.
Eric's happy about that too. Been wanting him in the seniors for quite a long time.
I thought he struggled for pace last week, to be honest, but he's moving well today.
Back into play, Peacock rips Chris Delaney off the footy and takes him about 30 metres backwards. And we see running in front of us Simon Kelbert, ready to come back on the ground, so he's recovered from that bump on the head.
That's good news.
Ball up again, and going up early and getting it down, Howlett. Goes back Hawks, and also Highland Hawks. Good pick up, handball though to a standing start. Luddick pretty close to the boundary line, and it's over for another throw-in at half forward for Werribee. So it's 4-2-26 Thomson. Werribee Central's 2-2-14. Boundary throw-in again. Howlett from behind, big thump away. Goes back towards Burns and also running through the middle. And that's looks like it was Delaney. He got a handball away towards Resta, who can kick off the left boot, but he's missed it to the far side, and one behind to him. And also to Werribee Centrals. They go to 2-3-15. They trail Thomson 4-2-26. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 27 minutes played.
Laurie, there's enormous pressure in both back lines. They seem to be really pressuring the forward players with the footy, don't they?
Yes, well, as I said before, Eric, there's nothing left after today's game, and you've got to expect that today, of course. And no, that's where it starts from. You've got to put heaps of pressure on and try and get the ball free, and that's what they're doing.
Armstrong
Good
kicks
mark.
in almost to centre wing, but at the back and using his body well, Chris Smith of Werribee takes the mark. Atrocious kick. Fortunately for him, he finds Nick Smith on the left foot. He drives the full forward position. Resta on his own. And, well, a bit of a lapse in concentration by the Thomson defence there. Some reason Resta found the space there in front of the full forward and has taken the chest mark 20 metres from goal. Next to no angle to speak of.
Well, Sam, I'll have to execute this better than the last one, Eric, because that was a pretty ordinary kick, the last one.
Well, we're behind it, and we've watched him.
It's
and
another pretty ordinary. It's in.
I tell you what, he's just squeezed it inside the post. Nick Maharis is suggesting it touched the post. Well, the goal umpire doesn't agree and has given the goal to Resta and to Werribee. 3-3-21, Werribee Centrals. They trail Thomson 4-2-26. Victory Trophy scoreboard. We've been playing 28 minutes first quarter.
I think Sam can come along to my school of coaching anytime he wants.
He's testing the waters, isn't he?
That's a shocker.
Well, he and James Lee, goodness gracious, they're... in fact, James Lee I haven't cited today.
No.
Chris Smith's starting to play well, Eric.
Yes, he's showing a bit of strength in there.
Back in the middle, both ruckmen get a hand to it. Gardner rides a bump, then runs backwards, then gets held onto. Stein's under pressure from Howlett. Good tackle, but it goes towards Stein and Bradley again. They run through the middle for Stuka. Can he get it away? Burns is right next to him, holds it up, and good play by Pat Burns, because they could have been away there, Werribee, from the middle. Good play by Andrew Howlett to come from centre half forward and wrap up Jason Stein, or was it Aaron Bradley, just as he was about to get away.
The Werribee runner's Adam Page. I wonder what he's just saying to him. He seems to have a freedom of where to go, and
Still in the middle. Justin goes up. Smith gets down. Hits JJ on the head. Goes towards Bradley. Goes towards Burns as well. He leaves it behind. Stuka leaves it behind. Rester's in there. Goes back onto his left foot. Well, in fact, he tried to handball. It was chopped off. Great tackle by Bradley. Shocking kick, Dale Menzies. Goes towards Lee Morrison. Shocking bounce for him.
Siren.
As the siren sounds for quarter time. And it is Werribee. It is Thomson 4-2-26. They lead Werribee Centrals 3-3-21 at quarter time by 5 points. The goal kickers for Thomson at quarter time. Singles to Pat Burns, Terry Nankervis, Craig Wolfenden and Dale Menzies. While for Werribee Centrals, their goals Adam Page, Sam Rester and Heath Buck. 5 points of difference at the first change. 4-2-26 Thomson. They lead Werribee Centrals 3-3-21. Preliminary final day.